The face that often comes to mind when thinking about Parkinson's disease is that of actor and author Michael J. Fox. Diagnosed at the young age of 30, while in the prime of his acting career, it was a long road to acceptance.
I lived with my diagnosis for about 7 years before I told anybody about it. I mean, beyond family and friends, close friends, and a few business associates. Because I felt I was in a unique position because my appearance, my behavior, my physical disposition is a part of what I did, and I didn't want anyone thinking about that to color the way they perceived what I did. So I think I kind of was in a sense of state of denial, or at least non-acceptance for longer than I needed to be. But once it just gets you to a place where you just kind of, it is so absolute, it's so non-negotiable. It just is what it is. And so you need to put all your focus into finding a therapy that works for you, finding a treatment that works for you, and then finding the mental attitude that goes with that treatment.
You've reached the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research.
Once Michael went public with his diagnosis, he was immediately cast into a leading role in the fight against Parkinson's disease. The Michael J. Fox Foundation was founded in the year 2000 in New York City and is wholly focused on supporting scientific research. The foundation has grown to become the second largest funder of Parkinson's-based research in the nation, second only to the federal government.
The foundation funds multiple different types of projects. We fund internationally. About 30% of our grants are outside the United States, 70% are in the United States. We also fund both academic researchers, but also biotech and pharmaceutical industry. Our basic approach is to see who has the best idea and the best plan to develop projects for impact for Parkinson's patients.
The impact of the Michael J. Fox Foundation is felt right here in Maine at the Jackson Laboratory located in Bar Harbor. The funding that Jackson Labs receives supports the development and distribution of mouse preclinical models for advancement of PD research.
A preclinical model is an animal model that reproduces features of Parkinson's disease, whether it's a genetic mutation or the specific changes in the brain that occur in Parkinson's.
The Michael J. Fox Foundation has made a very concerted effort to take what they think are the most prominent and the most important mutations that exist in the human population, put those into mice, and say to the Jackson Laboratory, you need to distribute these, you need to help characterize these, you need to help get these mice into the hands of the scientific community where we can work with them, where we can find out what it is we need to do to get to a treatment and to get to a cure.
For those whose lives aren't touched by Parkinson's, may not know anybody or may not have it themselves, know that you know, I mean, just basic things like it very rarely is there cognitive, I mean, there is dementia, and there is, but 9 times out of 10, if someone's halting in their speech or halting in their walk, they get it, they're there. And so don't just treat them any differently or adjust your expectations of them until you get a real sense of who they are as a person. For people with Parkinson's, like I said, just take it one day at a time and just be informed and be proactive and be as positive as you can. It's just about right now. You don't know where this is going. You can't know. If you're newly diagnosed, your symptoms are probably barely perceptible, and they're going to increase, no question. But don't jump to that point. Just take it as it goes, and don't. You know, when I was first diagnosed, I remember, like the next day, if I remember correctly, I think I got into bed, and then I was, about half a day of that, I went, I'm not sick. What is this? This is stupid. And you know, there's this feeling of if you're in an accident and something catastrophic happens to you, you step off a curb, get hit by a bus. I mean, immediately you're in that new reality. Well, Parkinson's diagnosis is kind of like being stuck in the middle of the road with cement shoes on and hearing the bus coming. And you don't know when it's going to get there, and you don't know how hard it's going to hit, and you don't know if it's going to graze you or take you full on or just run over your foot. And there's a lot of fear in that. But if you can, and this comes with acceptance, if you can just kind of say, well, look, it is what it is today, and I'm gonna get a good relationship with the doctor. I'm gonna understand the situation. I'm gonna understand all the treatments available. I'm gonna perhaps get to a point where I can be proactive in the community and try to hasten a change, whether supporting research or just getting involved in the community with other patients or getting involved politically. So those are options for you. But don't just sit around thinking about, oh God, I'm going to be a quivering lump of inertia in a wheelchair with a blanket on my lap on the porch while everybody else has a good time. It will do you no good.